For the person who just let me know about my live, like, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, you know, alerting me to what was going on with my live. That was great. That was really cool. This side. All right. Well, now I got to fix myself. Now I'm a little self-conscious, but not hugely. Not hugely. Okay, good. I'm seeing some stuff. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Getting back to what I was saying, which is that I am extremely grateful to be here today and extremely grateful to YouTube and to be able to have these channels and to be able to do this, to bring my content to those who are interested, but mostly just that self-expression. You know, a lot of times I meet artists who have paintings throughout their house that they've made, and nobody else sees them except people that go into their house. So those paintings aren't necessarily for other people, although they always enjoy other people looking at them. A lot of times those paintings are just an opportunity for self-expression. And that is what I feel about this YouTube channel. When I was going through it yesterday, kind of doing some maintenance and looking what's hitting and looking at what's not hitting, which is all good, right? I was able to really notice that I have an eclectic group of videos on my channel. They're not similar. I mean, they're similar because they're all me, but they're all also very different. Some videos are very different. I was on a call on Monday when a gentleman I was talking to kept saying, no judgment, no judgment. And I always find that interesting, no judgment, because the Bible does say, judge not, lest you be judged, for the measurement of your judgment, so shall it be used against you. And so don't judge people, right? Because it's going to be used against you. But what if we look at judgment a little bit differently? For me, judgment means a decision has been made. And I'm going to do a short today talking about the beginning. Like, I need to just get this out in the open because people need to know. But what the beginning of 2025 was like for me. I don't want to hide it. I don't want to pretend like it didn't happen. But I'm still grateful that I'm here, right? Like, I'm grateful that I've had these last 3 months to do what I'm doing. I'm grateful for the way I feel right now in December, like, right? I'm just very grateful that I am here at this spot in my life on 12/12/2025, and that my microphone's turned on. I'm happy about that too. Let's talk about judgment. Judgment, it's a word that lands heavy, a word that can feel like a hammer or like a hand extended in care. We live inside judgment every day. The glance that sizes us up, the internal dialogue that makes us feel small, the whisper that decides who belongs, the verdict that stamps a life with guilt or innocence. But judgment is not one thing. It's a spectrum. It's a choice. It's a practice. At the individual level, judgment begins in the mind. At the quick thought, she's too loud, he's too quiet, they don't fit. Harsh judgments isolate. It builds walls where bridges could stand. No judgment is the promise of safety. It says you can show up here whole, messy, human, but no judgment can also mean silence in the face of harm. It can mean ignoring what needs to be named. That's why we talk about kind judgment. Kind judgment is discernment with compassion. It's the courage to say, this behavior hurts, but to say it without stripping dignity. It's accountability wrapped in care. In groups and communities, judgment becomes culture. It's the unspoken rules. We don't talk about that here. We don't welcome people like them. Communities thrive when judgment is paired with empathy. When we say we hold each other to the values, but not to perfection. When we choose repair over rejection. When we remember that belonging is not earned by conformity, but by shared humanity. In society, judgment is amplified. It's the stories told in headlines, the stereotypes repeated in classrooms, the labels stamped on identities. Societal judgment decides who is celebrated and who is erased. It decides whose pain is visible and whose suffering is ignored. But society can also choose kind judgment. It can also choose to honor resilience, to tell further stories, to dismantle stigma instead of reinforcing it. In the legal system, judgment becomes law. It's the gavel, the sentence, the ruling, ideally impartial, but often shadowed by bias, race, class, gender, personal ideology. The courtroom shows us the sharp edge of judgment, punitive, final, unforgiving. But restorative justice asks us a different question. What harm was done? What needs to be repaired? How do we restore dignity, not just enforce punishment? Judgment in this frame is not erasure. It's about accountability with humanity. It's about remembering that justice without compassion is just another form of harm. The practice of compassionate judgment. So what do we do with all of this? We remember. Harsh judgment isolates. No judgment ignores. And kind judgment repairs. Compassionate practice means cultivating discernment without cruelty. It means holding people accountable without stripping them of worth. It means remembering that every verdict, whether whispered in a hallway or written into law, shapes the emotional climate of our workplaces, our communities, our society, ourselves. Judgment is not inherently bad. It's a tool. The question is, how do we wield it? Do we use it to wound or to heal? Do we use it to exclude or to invite? Do we use it to punish or to repair? On this Compassionate Friday, let's commit to kind judgment, to discernment that preserves dignity, to accountability that builds trust, to justice that remembers humanity, my own. Because to be compassionate is to judge with care, and to judge with care is to repair the world that we all share. I'm starting with myself. No judgment today. I'm just human. I'm only human. I'm only human after all. And I'm very grateful. I am, honestly, like the gratitude that I feel today for this opportunity to sit here in front of you all. It's can bring me to tears. In whatever way I do this, right? However way the universe, the internet, the algorithm, the AI, humanity wants to come together. I'm going to just draw a card. As scary as that is for me with my Affirmators deck, I got inspiration. You know what? If you're sitting at home and you by chance stumble across this and you by chance watch to the end and you're by chance saying, well, I wonder if I can do a YouTube channel, you can. Don't get caught up in the numbers. It's okay. Get caught up in the creativity. Inspiration. There is a voice of inspiration within me. Right now, it's only a whisper, but the more I listen, the louder it will get. Soon it will be a flawless speech, voiced by James Earl Jones through a megaphone with lots of applause. Alexa, will you play me some music?
Sure. These are companies just for you.
Just for me. That's how much Alexa knows me. My hair's freaking me out again. Thanks for watching. And thank you to the person who alerted me to what was going on. I am grateful for you.